Okay, this is the place we came here for because I did not get the chance to film when we were at Sunshine City at, I want to say, Motomura, because we discovered a dish that just doesn't exist back home in the States for all the Japanese food we have in our area. This is only in Japan, so we're going to show it to you.
Now, to be fair, we haven't been to Gyukatsu, KYOTO, KATSUGYU. Yeah, it sounds redundant, but there it is. And it looks like even their double Gyukatsu is only like 12 bucks if I can convert this properly. Maybe 13. Oh, still sounds like a good deal to me. Now, Daniel tells me he's not hungry enough for the double, but for the price, I figure I might as well go with it. Meanwhile, I suggested that he add an onsen egg to his, so.
For all the delay we had in getting on the ship today, we seem to have barely gotten here when it opened at 5 o'clock. So the place is pretty much empty at the moment, which allows me to film a little bit more, I guess, but it's still kind of weird to be in a restaurant this deserted.
And here is the presentation, complete with a salad, and I hadn't remembered ordering an onsen egg for myself, but no harm done.
One thing that's a little odd is that at Motomura, is that the name? They had the ceramic tile that you'd sear the meat on straight away, but they don't seem to have that here. So we get it medium rare, and it's thinner than the ones there. So this should be sufficient. We'll see how it goes. Let's just try a slice of this before I launch into anything else. You can see that it's pink, not red, so it's medium rare. Try a little bit of sauce. Honestly, I don't know about you, Daniel, but medium rare is about my favorite type of doneness. He just kind of nods his head back and forth. I don't know quite what he tends to favor. It's just a little bit crisp on the outside. This one's a very citrusy flavor to it. And this one is a little sweet, a little smoky, kind of barbecue-y. I think I like a lighter one a little better. And then the Japanese pepper. A bit salty. For those who like that sort of thing, I guess this is the sort of thing that you like. Otherwise, the meat stands on its own pretty well. Can't complain about it. I think I'm hungry enough to eat all of this too. Actually, maybe I should dip it in the egg. See what that's like. Well, that's interesting. The egg is actually a little chili. And I don't mean chili as in spicy chili. I mean it's cool. That's a little different. Was not expecting that. I guess I can live with it, but it's not what I was planning on dealing with.
Meanwhile, the miso is a little interesting. The tofu, which granted is not something that I tend to favor, is a little bit more rough and rustic looking.
So let's give it a try. Yeah, it actually has some texture to it, rather than just slightly savory marshmallow, as Daniel refers to these things. I have to admit, I don't like the savory marshmallow in my soup, to be honest. It's personal preference, I'm sure, but it's just like, even in hot cocoa, I prefer my marshmallows to melt into it. And just having them sit there just doesn't seem right. As it is, the miso's just ever so slightly beefy. Or maybe it's just my imagination. I don't know.
Finally, let's see this cabbage with their house dressing. Oh, wow. The dressing is heavily citrused. And I probably put too much on there. It gives it a very fresh taste to it, but it was not what I was expecting. Again, getting a lot of that today. As for the onsen egg, I just poured it over the rice and mixed it in, and I warmed it up and cooked it just a little bit. And the steam from the rice managed to bring it up to a reasonable temperature. Not bad. Honestly, the way it is, with the egg and the rice mixed together, it's like a donburi, but without the meat. It kind of needs the meat. But of course, I've already got this. And once you get to the edges, it's cooked almost all the way through. It's more like medium once you get to the sides of the cutlet. It's not the same as Motomura, but it is still good for a good beef lover like myself. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that the iced tea comes with the meal. It's actually just here like a water pitcher might be at some American restaurant. And the thing is, it doesn't taste like iced tea like we know it. There's that slight bitterness where it's like, this is green tea, but served ice cold. And it's really very refreshing. Especially after walking all the way down from the pier to here. On the opposite side of the island. So, how is it? I'm gonna say I still think I prefer Morimoto, but it's still very good. And the thing was cooked all the way through. You didn't have to personalize it like you do at Motomura, but it's still, it kind of missed being able to do that, have a little bit of the gestalt of cooking it a little. It was fine the way I like it. Daniel likes it a little more well done than that. So, you know, that's the way it goes. Otherwise, well worth it for the money, and even for the hike to and from, because we're gonna have to work these calories off, or at least I am, not so much him. Lucky. We seem to have come out via a different exit, which, I mean, as long as we're just looking at new places, that's fine, but it does mean that we don't know quite where we are at the moment, and we won't have a whole lot of time to figure out where we are going forward. Still, we can't be too far from where we were. We just need to get back from all this. Most of these places, though, apart from the Family Mart, are food places, and we've had our fill. And let's face it, what's Family Mart for but Famichiki? And again, too full to bother with that right now. Now inside it's a little quieter, so maybe we are pretty much back where we began. Or at least, maybe up there we will be. Yep, between the post office and the supermarket, I think this is the entrance that we came in on. So we're right back to where we started, which is just fine. That way we can find our way back without much trouble. Then again, we might take a few different streets, just because, again, it's a grid. We shouldn't get too terribly lost. I know, famous last words. So that's pretty much it. We've been to Triton Square like we planned on. We had ourselves a decent meal. And yes, I know, we're paying for a meal and we could just as easily eat at the ship, but come on, this is something we don't get a chance to do any other time than when we're in Japan, so gotta do it once. Besides, it was a decent meal for a decent price. You couldn't get anything like that for the amount we paid. I'm satisfied. And now it's time to head back to the ship and prepare for tomorrow morning. And yeah, bright and early. Well, that was an unexpected encounter. We've seen them a little bit before, parked a couple of blocks back. But
Yeah, the cute culture is all over the place. They've got delivery robots with faces, or at least eyes, which I guess they need to have in order to find their way around. But I mean, they don't have to draw them in LED lights necessarily. That's a style choice. And they get points for it.